Hi folks, it's Rich here from Crafty Gamer Clan. In this video we're going to be doing one of the first Shadowlands videos, just in time for it to come to an end in about a week's time. But nevertheless, while we're here, I'm going to quickly do a bit of gathering with these gilded clay striders. So we're going to be skinning them for Desolate leather. Just to highlight where we are, we're slightly east of Hero's Rest. So we're just going to be farming in this small section here between these two mounds. Not much else to it, so Dark Moon Firewater as usual in effect, and also as usual I think I've been pretty badly prepared yet, so did have a quick go not too long ago farming here for some materials for myself. Just gonna make sure, get rid of everything and we've got an empty set of bags. I managed to get the forager's gloves to give me a bit of a boost while gathering some leather in Pandaria. Actually, I'm not sure if it works with leather specifically, but it definitely works on herbs and on mining nodes to my knowledge. But not too much more waffling on about it. Let's start killing these cloud striders. Just gonna quickly pop open the appraiser, new session, and let's go. And great. Get a few packs of them together where we can. Pop in those regrowth between where possible, just to ensure that we're topped off on health. All the gear from the event, from the primal invasion event, is definitely helping. In terms of getting me ever so slightly geared on this character finally. Still don't particularly fancy the idea of murdered by these beaky little critters. And run around that section in a second and pull as many as possible. careful because I'm not quite sure what their de-aggro range is, or whatever you want to call it. Hey, almost at the halfway point now. Let's go and gather up more of these guys. Let's go. Like we are not alone. Okay. Not sure those little ones will count, so I'm just going to kind of skip over those. I need 10 minutes to play with. I don't particularly want to. It's too much of that time doing things that we don't need to. What's in it? It's a bit they don't have skidding, which is all the more fortuitous for us. Just approaching the last minute now. Looking through that 500 goal mark. Just tells me there's probably a fair few people having a final material dump on the auction house. Obviously, as well, if it wasn't apparent straight away, I've not completed the storyline for Shadowlands, so just ran out of time. Obviously, ahead of the release of Dragonflies, so it's going to be, I imagine, some time before I get around to that. Just with the amount of stuff I'm going to try and fit in just before release, and I imagine for the first few months after, I'll be pretty focused on that once I get into that content. But of course, I will at some stage plan to, if it doesn't get updated, to just automatically give you flying, come back and do the storyline just to progress through and get that done. And then in 10 minutes we weren't too far off, but I've been a little bit quicker off the mark on some of the transitions between by mounting up rather than staying in cap form. That would have easily been the full stack. And you got a quarter stack of Calicide, 3 heavy Calicides, and then 4 heavy Desolate levers. So, not unreasonable to think that you would have a decent starter supply for your lever worker within an hour's work. But looking at how much the levers are going for currently, can't be honest, I wouldn't recommend farming if you wanted to sell on auction house. Yeah, pretty straightforward video. If it helps someone, brilliant. But if not, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.